Hello everybody, welcome back to another Saints game day, and we have a lot of games in store here today. We have two League of Legends matches, one academy, one varsity, and the same for Overwatch. I'm your host for today, Matthias Talbot, and I'm joined today by two lovely hosts.
Hello, my name is Gabriel, or, well, sometimes I'm called Beat. I'll be your analyst for today, so I'm going to be mostly going over League of Legends since it's kind of the game that I know more, but I'll go over some Overwatch too. And
Patrick Smoke Chambers, I'm the hype caster, but, you know, again, like Gabriel said, he's more of a League guy. I'm more of the Overwatch guy, so I'll be tackling most of that.
yeah, we're two halves.
Yeah, we complete a whole great casting team here today.
Indeed.
And our first match is a NACE League of Legends Varsity Premier League, and our opponent is
L'Université du Québec des Trois Rivieres. I was told I'm the one that's supposed to say it because I'm the only one that can speak French here. So
we can say it, but we know you have the best pronunciation of us.
Well, it's because
all.
my first language is French.
Yeah. So it's great to have a French speaker on the team. And for our second game here today, we have University of Michigan Flint and against our academy team here today. So
yes, that match is going to be very, very interesting.
It's also a NACE league, so we should be in for a good game here today in League. And what are you hoping for here in League?
I'm hoping to see some pretty high-level gameplay. I watched a few matches last year with the teams trying to get better. I'm terrible at the game, don't get me wrong. But like I kind of wanted to improve and see like what are the college teams doing, and I saw some pretty high level gameplay, and I'm looking forward to seeing kind of stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of action. I like when there's big fights. I don't like to sit back, relax, and watch people farm minions. But hey, I mean sometimes League be that way. But yeah, I am very hyped for these matches.
And before we get into more of our thoughts, would you like to introduce us to our other two Overwatch games here today?
For sure. So, first game of Overwatch is going to be our varsity team, 5-0, heading up against James Madison University, 3-2. Right now, the varsity team are on a roll. They are destroying everybody, and I really hope they just continue doing what they've been doing best. Right after that, we have the academy team going up against Drexel. Yes, Drexel. Sorry. Drexel, and they are 2-1. The academy team's 0-2 as they look to try to get their first one on the season.
Yeah, it should be a couple good Overwatch games here today. We know our Overwatch teams are very, very good. I know in the Activision Blizzard League, our Saints varsity team had a little bit of trouble, you know, closing out near the end, but they managed to do it. I'm not sure if they qualified for playoffs yet, but they did their best shot at trying. So should be good. They fought hard, so they're on the upswing here after a little bit of a loss streak. So
absolutely,
we'll see here in NACE. They'll continue the streak going well. And as for League of Legends, I know there's been a couple new updates. I don't know if you've been paying attention to that.
Yes, quite a few.
And I know
with the release of Briar, so now we have something with more lifesteal than Aatrox. Fun. Good thing we were playing on the patch where her full crit build is no longer busted, because, you know, 3 times the healing of Aatrox is most definitely considered balanced. Hold on, I'm talking about League of Legends here. My bad, balance doesn't exist.
But we should be in for a good game here. I know they usually stick with their usual picks, you know. Usually you have the Gragas, you know.
Yeah, the Gragas is a big flex. You're probably going to be seeing... Probably going to be seeing a lot of CC champions. Maokai is going to be a big pick. The Lulu and the support. I mean, it's Lulu. It's going to annoy everybody. What support doesn't like annoying literally everybody on on the enemy team? Except if you're playing in silver, then they annoy you too. I would know from experience, unfortunately.
but we should be in for a good game. Let's hope no one gets too annoyed. And we're up with a new Overwatch update as well, right? The new season just starting.
Yes, new season just starting. Some interesting reworks coming out, especially on the side of Sombra was a big one. Complete rework. And, you know, I'm kind of interested to see if any of the teams take advantage of that. But
it could be interesting. It could be a good, you know, something to shake it up, because you don't
Yeah, for
know
sure.
exactly how to play them, but it could be a good wild card.
You
game.
can
For,
knowledge
for a
check
while, for a while, she was very meta breaking, and then they kind of fixed her a little bit. But then, you know, with the pick rate being so low again, they just kind of like go up, down, up. So you know how it happens. You know how it works.
Yep.
Yeah, just gonna see. It's gonna be interesting for
Should
sure.
be some interesting adjustments. I wonder if it'll be a massive meta shift, or we're going to see them still running the same like bruiser comp with Reinhardt and the BAP windows and all that. Because I don't think those champions were touched all too much, but to my knowledge, so it should be interesting seeing what we have here today. But with that said, you know, lots of new updates. Season's just starting to heat up now, getting into it now. First couple games here. We'll be right back after a quick break with more Saints Game Day. All the matches should be starting soon. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Saints Game Day. Here's our first match, St. Clair College versus James Madison University here on Ilios, our first map for today in Overwatch.
Interesting to see here, actually, James Madison bringing out the Sigma. Not a very common pick, but it seems like right now, Crime, Soaks, and Emerin, they're going to be able to pick up the first 3 kills. I was going to go over the lineups, but stuff's going way too fast right now. Emerin finding the 2-piece right now. Went on to Sojourn, and they're going to try to just hold their ground. Capping the point, percentage is building right now. And I want to just touch on this quickly. Squeak on the Junker Queen as well. Really aggressive there with the Genji as they kind of look to just kind of establish some dominance in the front line. And I guess it's, yeah, with the Lucio as well on the speed boost to just kind of keep on helping them. And the Orisa as well on the side of James Madison. Now they're going to bring her out. And let's see how this works out for them. Soak's going to pick up the pick onto the lamp and then onto the BAP as well. And then that's going to be another pick onto our lamp, though, from Silverstein. Kills coming in right now. It seems like James Madison building a little bit of momentum. The Boob taking out Emerin as well. Crime able to take out the tank. That's a huge pick right now if his team can just come back. But it seems like with the spawn times, it just seems like they're going to opt to fall back a little bit. They are still holding on to map, though, I will say.
Yeah, they are holding on for dear life here, but they need to take this point very, very soon.
BAP screen coming out.
Yep, the BAP screen is online here. It's going to be online here in a second, but will that help them here? Who's to say? Crime holding them off, and Squeak holding up the front line against that Orisa is very, very tough. The window's open. Crime trying to knock down that window there, keep the suppressive fire up. And Silverstein going to go down to a melee hit there. And Crime just going to hold point, keep on spraying that tank down. There's an easy pick from Crime. Good pick on the tank there. And
right now, they are looking really, really good. We saw the BAP screen coming out earlier just to delay the push from James Madison. Dragonblade coming out on the side of Genji. Going to be able to pick up Prime. He's trying to look for another one. He's not going to find it, though. Low on health right now is Prep, and he needs to get out of the way as Lucio uses his beat, and that is going to help Emerin substantially as they are going to be able to just clear off the point. Squeak has the final kill onto the Lucio, and just like that, objective secured as St. Clair take the first one.
That was fast.
Yeah, James Madison unable to find any percentage on the board there. And here we are having our academy match against Drexel University also being displayed here thanks to our dual stream thing on the game day. That's what game day is all about.
Right.
Multiple games all at once.
Chaotic. But what I will say right now is St. Clair Varsity looking really good in that first map. And I think it honestly, it came down to the fact that just their ult usage was just so much better than James Madison. They just clearly found everything to kind of go, not even regarding the Lucio boot, but I think the big one was honestly that BAP screen was able to hold off James Madison from the point for such a long time, able to just get some pick damage on the side of St. Clair and building more ult charge. And, you know, it just seemed like they kind of got swamped and they just could just never take it back. On the side of Varsity, though, they're going in as well. Seems like their lineup, or sorry, on the side of Academy, they're going in. Seems like on their side of the lineup, going to bring in the Genji Mei combo with the Diva for tank, Ana Lucio on the side of heals. What are we thinking about that one?
I think that comp is pretty good, and it's funny that Drexel is running a similar initial comp to James Madison here. So let's hope both St. Clair teams can take an easy point here. And on Ilios, we're seeing the Tracer come out, trying to find a pick, but against that,
the Echo, yeah. She's just flying around. I mean, you can't hit something that's flying that fast.
And I will say is Varsity right now, they're kind of rolling. Soaks with the 2-on with the D-Mech and the kill on Diva as Brig. Squeak going to be able to find one as he on the Doomfist is going to be able to find their Ashe. He's just going to be kind of waiting right now. They have a pretty good setup right now. They take the first point, and now they start to climb. Crime almost with that pulse bomb. Going to be interesting to see what he can pull off there. On the side of James Madison right now, they have to try to find someone to just kind of get hot and quick. It seems like right now they've been almost just kind of stunned out of their own back line. The Tracer trying to do work and Crime in the back, picking up the pick damage. Let's see, hits the heal pack. He almost has that pulse bomb, and now he does. And right as I say that, Ana as well with the nano. Let's see how they're going to do it. Crime trying to sneak up. It seems like the Ashe, though, going to be able to find him. That was a huge pick right there as that delays that pulse bomb. Nano going out on the side of Squeak. He's going to be able to find the first one in Liari, and he's actually going to find Ashe as well. Brig on Soak's going to be able to find the Echo. They are completely rolling right right now. Now we even see, right, Crime holding on to that Pulse Bomb. Smart decision, as now they even have the other two ults soon to be, actually, because Squeak now on the Doom has his, and you have to remember Emeren also with the Bob on Lighthouse is huge. Soaks as well, getting close up there. On the side of James Madision, though, they do have the Echo ult, and they do have Screen. They are also building close to having the Aries as well. And yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see how this next team fight goes out, bringing up the Winston as well on the side of James Madision. Baptiste's going to have to throw down Lamp. He's getting quite low, having to heal up the Winston right now, coming to his aid. What can Crime find now on the back line? He's going to try to get a little bit of pick damage, but let's see if he can get the flank off. There goes the duplication from the Echo, but he's going to get almost counted out, but he seems to have recovered quite well, actually, as he's now just chasing down the other Doom.
Echo.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's what I meant by duplication, like the Echo duplicating into the Doom, and yeah. So right now, I will say L'Ariel coming out as well, but she's gonna be low and picked off by Squeak. St. Clair is doing such a good job right now of just simply holding point, not letting them get a single inch, and it seems like right now Lighthouse is theirs, and they will take that second point.
Yeah, Squeak gonna find the last pick there, and that is overtime, and that I think is the first game for Varsity, right?
Yeah, that would be the first game.
Very quick.
Yeah, they wrapped that up fast.
Yeah,
they knew what they were doing.
I will say as well, it was just, again, it just came down to simplistic things. I think holding on to the ults when they needed to, their ult usage was great as well. Ult economy on the side of them as well. I think the big difference, though, was having that break.
Wow,
that break was controlling everything. Played the game, obviously, coming out as well on the side of Emeren. Crazy on that Genji, as we know he is.
Here we are, seeing Bearable Dog on the side of Drexel University playing the Genji as well, but not finding as much success. The Saints already have 99 on the board here today, so it's going to be a tough climb back for Drexel University here today. But they do have point, but we do have self-destruct to contend with here. Diva flying around trying to find a pick. Grubby also on the Genji here. Genji 1v1 going on here. The Mei is going to drive him out there with the wall.
And that's going to be the X factor as well, is how effective can those Mei walls be? We obviously see Mei with the freeze as well, but it seems like St. Clair getting bullied out of their own end. They are getting simply taken apart by this Genji as he finds the 3 quick picks. And it seems like right now this push is Drexel's to take. However, we know the self-destruct is there in the back pocket, and it seems that St. Clair is at 99%. Just as I say that, though, Minefield is going to be available on the side of Drexel as well. Seems like they're close to Blade, and they do have a beat. Minefield coming out, the slam. What can he find here on the side of Drexel? Can he pick off the Mei? No, heal going down, and there's the freeze. It's going to find the Wrecking Ball,
but
the boom is no, not the boom, sorry, the beat is going to be able to keep the Wrecking Ball alive for the time being, but then he's going to get picked off. Minefield coming out, though, taking out Grubby. Casual Lamp going to be able to take out another one. Holy Juan able to take out the BAP, and it seems like right now St. Clair looking good. Beat coming out, but the Ana is dead. It's going to be hard to regain health now. Mei being the only one who can heal herself a little bit. Any else at the end of the damage is going to stick. Right now, the Diva Bomb. How's he going to use it? Does he hold on?
There it is.
There it is. It's going to come out. What's it going to find? Nothing, but it clears off. It clears off the map. It clears off the site. That's big. Lucio switching to the heals. He's going to have to ramp it up right now as the Ana returns. Wrecking Ball with all that shield, all that health. Can he try to swing around? That's a huge pick by the Kiriko on the other team, though. Mei able to find one. The Ana able to find one as well. That's huge. No more backline pressure on the side of Tracer, and it seems like the Lucio gone as well. That's going to be speed advantage, but hold on. There's the other picks now from Drexel. They're coming alive. Overtime on the side of Drexel. They're clearing. 1 on the point. 2 on the point from Drexel. Can the Diva and the Lucio hold? They need to try to delay time here, but it seems like right now as the Diva is going to be demeched and killed, the Wrecking Ball able to hold out. Drexel takes the first point.
What a comeback for Drexel. When we went into this match, when we tuned in, we saw 99 on the board for St. Clair, but they had capped point. They had just capped point there. And as soon as we kept watching, call it Caster's Tears, call it Viewer's Curse, or whatever you want to say, they just managed to not get that one last point back.
Yeah,
they contested it well there at the end, but they just could not cap it and take that round here today. And we're going into our second round here in Saints Varsity against James Madision here.
And it seems like the Saints now opting to bring out the Sigma and the Bastion on King's Row, and with the Mei as well. Very, very in-your-face aggressive comp. So we'll see what they get on the side of the defense there. The May is able to find a lot of damage right now. She's looking like she's trying to cook. Her teammates are helping her. One pick on the side of Sigma. Bastion finding one with the nade. Here comes the turret, finding another one. Lucio with 2. That is a really good first stand by the Saints.
Yeah, May did get a buff this patch. Usually you had to build up the slow, the new slow thing that they added. But now that it's instantly 40% slow speed.
Flat slow. Ooh,
yep. So
that's rough on players.
We're going to probably see a lot of May picks coming out from both of our Saints teams here.
And what I will say on the side of James Madision is the push is all going to run on this J Queen. She needs to find big results out of her knife and out of her axe as they do tack on that bleed damage that is going to be so very necessary on the side of James Madision. As for right now though, St. Clair holding out strong. On the side of the Academy, some very volatile play coming out here. It seems like Drexel able to kind of gain the upper hand, led by the Zarya. And yeah, it just seems like right now they have that point control over on that side, but on the Saints Varsity side, still holding up pretty strong. Bastion with another kill, coming on to the Junker Queen. May finding one onto the Sojourn as well. It seems like this defense is not letting up. The punch coming out from Soaks onto Prupp, and that's going to be able to eliminate the Genji from the mix. Right now, if you're James Madision, you know, you still have a lot of time, but you need to find something to work off of right now, especially when ults are going to come out. Sigma and BAP having theirs from the side of St. Clair Varsity. Yeah,
when you're playing these payload maps like you are as the Varsity team is right now, you definitely want to get a good push early on. You want to have as much time and leeway to play with. And there's the gravity surge there, able to find one. He's going for another there, but the lamp is out, and just like that, he manages to take another out with the May there. And on the side of Academy here, look at that. May getting picks on picks on picks and still has ult charge to play with there. That secures point for St. Clair after 50% from Drexel.
But that was a really good retake, and they needed to show something there. So I honestly think that with the May coming out huge, that is, you know, they just got to ride off the back of that for now. However, on the side of Varsity, it must be said, the Sigma is playing absolutely wonderful right now. As you see, he's just leading his team quite well to victory, using that absorb, sucking up all that damage, making sure that it's completely nullified. Lamp down on the field on the side of James Madision, but they can't make a push off it quite yet, and it seems like they were just kind of using it to stay alive for the time being. If I'm on the side of St. Clair, Bastionade coming quite close to being lethal, but not quite. On the side of St. Clair right now, they have good ults. Bastion able to use his artillery. What's he going to find? Can he find anyone with this? Not quite, but the freeze is going to be able to stay up. Who's going to be hit by the freeze? It seems like picks aren't quite coming in as the beat was able to keep James Madision alive for the time being. Oh, sorry, that was actually St. Clair. Sorry, they were just going through so fast. I was like, wait a second. The beats were both used, but it seems like it was a little more useful on the side of St. Clair there. Bastion turret coming out on the side of St. Clair. What can it find? It's going to be able to just delay a lot of damage, delay a lot of people, a lot of bodies moving up. The Bastion going to be able to eventually find one on the Lucio, but not before the rest of the team gets cleared out by his other teammates.
Definitely both matches on both sides here are mounting to a final push here. With 70% on the board for the St. Clair Academy team and just about 30 seconds left for James Madision to make one final push. There's the gravity surge going to come out on the side of Varsity there. I don't think it finds one, doesn't find the other though. And Pinup going to die there. And James Madision, their final push seems to be conquered there.
Now I will say, huge tries on hero plays on the side of St. Clair Academy, but it's just sadly not going to find anything as Drexel do stand. I really thought they were going to find something with the Orisa ult, but it just didn't quite go down as they intended it to probably. Drexel right now looking pretty good. They have the Sojourn ult, and they also do have Gravity Surge. And right now on the other side, though, there's some huge stuff going on. The May able to find one, the Sigma able to find another. It seems like right now they were just able to delay, especially off of that Sojourn ult on the side of James Madision, not being able to find too much there. Not enough, at least, to take advantage. St. Clair with a strong hold as they allow 0 time and 0%. On the other side, though, ult's going out crazy on the side. Both Sojourns activating theirs. Grubby finding 2 on the side of his. The Orisa on the gold mode. It's going to try to find the spear, but it's just not going to quite go down for him. Deflect on the surge on the side of Genji. Again, able to hold right now are St. Clair. They need to build up a huge last second push. That May wall is actually insane. Can it quite get to the overtime? Let's see. Not quite. Wrecking Ball able to use his slam. He's going to get speared out, though, and rushed now. Antied as well. He cannot heal. They need to try to find something quick. Healers coming to the aid of their tank now. 100 charge on the side of James Madison Sojourn. Able to try to find one onto the Brig. The May going to find another one, actually, in St. Clair. Are now turning this game into their own. The Freeze coming out on the side of the May. Able to find another one. Grubby able to clean up. And it seems like right now, St. Clair, they were down a little bit early right there with the 50%, and they were able to take. They come right back, and they climb up.
This is going to be a close match.
Oh, and now we have the 3 screens going.
Hey, I get to talk.
Yeah, I could have talked before, but
yes,
Patrick had it locked down there. The side
yeah,
of
it's looking at a
Overwatch.
very interesting draft. All of those icons are very small. We have an Aatrox in the top lane, and what I believe is a Gangplank.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a
like
Gangplank. Interesting. Now that is a skill-based pick. I have seen about 3 of them in silver, and they were all first-timers. But I did see a really good one in platinum.
Yeah, it looks like a
I
Briar
got
pick
curb
on the
stomped.
side of Michigan there. And
Oh,
also
yes.
Lysandra and Draven and Arel. So very interesting team comp.
Yes,
but
mainly
very
that Rel got
strong.
reworked not too long ago. So Rel is now a very speed-based. Well, I guess, yeah. Speed-based buffs, so really plays well with a little bit of a fight going on in the mid lane. An attempted gank did not connect. Yana is very good at blocking engages. If I had to, like, judge where the draft went, you probably had something like Draven Rail, and then they went and picked the Yana. Yana is just a great champion to block those engages with her Tornado. But Draven and Rel have this neat little synergy where Draven activates his little speed buff, then Rel activates her own speed buff, and you have a very, very, very fast ADC. So Draven is going to try and capitalize on his early.
I just want to say St. Clair won the map on the top left there. St. Clair Varsity able to take the whole game against James Madison there.
Yes. Ooh.
Now we're going
we are
full
seeing
league.
a Briar in the jungle. I was talking about this in the pre-show. So Briar now, I'm really wondering what build she's going for. Ganking in the top lane, the Maokai trying to come to the assist. We got a few twisted advances,
no.
the Scream coming out, smashing them into the wall, but it is not enough, and Briar will end up dying. That 240% AD ratio, not quite getting it there. We have a fight in the bot lane, Yana getting ignited. We are seeing a big fight. We have a fully stacked lethal tempo on Kai'Sa. Rel falling back here, the engage, the re-engage by Rel, going in, trying to take out the support, the shield, which saves, oh no it doesn't! The Axe finds Kai'Sa, and then Draven finds the Yana for the double kill. Wow, that re-engage was phenomenal. Aatrox in the top lane just bullying Gangplank here, Gangplank being a late game champion. So he's just going to have fun poking him out and trying to get stronger. If Aatrox can bully Gangplank into being behind, he's going to be an unkillable Dreadnought. But here looking at the draft for the St. Clair Academy team, you're going to be seeing... You're going to be seeing a lot of anti-heal. You're going to be seeing a lot of anti-heal. A Briar and an Aatrox is something that heals a lot. Draven, oh god, a big fight. Okay, the Aatrox going up. We got the chains walked out of. Gangplank trying to walk away, but does not make it out before he gets to his tower, and Aatrox gets the first kill. This is going to be a very hard laning phase for Gangplank, because when you get behind in the laning phase as top lane, you don't come back. You lose lane. You don't lose the game in the top lane, but you sure as hell aren't playing it.
Definitely. So, on the side of St. Clair, we have Gangplank top, Maokai jungle, and look at that, Aatrox already getting tower damage. Orianna mid, and we have the Kai'Sa and Janna bot, and we have on the side, we already talked about Michigan's side there, and yeah, the Briar jungle is very, very impressive, but a lot more tank and a lot more defense on the side of St. Clair College here. Seems like they only got Kai'Sa and maybe the Orianna to deal the damage, but a lot more CC. And just like that, we got an engage in the bot lane. A little gank coming out from our jungler here, Bad Ray Grimes, but the Janna's gonna fall. And just like that, bot lane is cleaning it up, and they're probably going to take the Rel as well. Great play by St. Clair College, but Rel just barely gets away there.
Barely, yeah.
Great gank by Maokai there.
We're gonna see a lot of play. Ooh, we have another display. We got some Overwatch going on here.
Yeah, and it seems like from what I can see on the side of that huge overtime right now coming out on the side, can Drexel find it? They can, and they are actually going to be able to secure that point. That is a huge move on the side of Drexel. We saw the Wrecking Ball mainly cleaning up the rest of that. And right now, let's take a look at this lineup. It's going to be the Diva brought up from the Academy again. They're going to stick with this May as well. That has been working very good for them. And it's going to be interesting to see how they, you know, take this point back, because they quite literally need to in the next couple of team fights. They probably only have one by this point. The free wall coming out on the side. It's a 1v1 on the May. The slam coming down from the Wrecking Ball, but the Ice Cube able to heal up and deny that. Surge coming out, freezes out as well. This is absolutely messy. The Wrecking Ball finding the pick onto the May. And right now, it seems like Sojourn, oh, she's almost able to find that pick, but not quite. The Wrecking Ball able to take out another one. That's Anna. That is huge. Diva Bomb coming onto the side of St. Clair. Couldn't find anybody. Everybody fleeing the scene. Not going to be able to find anyone. The Lucio actually able to get the Diva before the remet comes in. That is a huge play from Drexel. The Wrecking Ball cleaning up again. Minefield going out, just denying any St. Clair push. And right now, Drexel, the Maywall having the final touch on that in a demanding finish.
Yeah, well played by Drexel University. They've had a couple close games here, but they manage to get it out every single time.
We're not going back with a little bit of a consolation prize. Let's see what Juan does here. He's going to find the first punch onto the Sojourn, getting the ante from the Ana, just seeming like she's trying to absolutely bully the Zarya, walling off her supports, going to find it there, and then finds another icicle shot, critical onto the Ana. What a beautiful shot from Juan.
Yeah, we've seen Theo here on the casting table here, so it should be. It's great. It's great to know that he has his skill to back up.
We got a fight in the river, top side. Briar trying to fight the Oriana. She taunts herself and then walks away with her E. Okay, well that was an interesting interaction. They kind of just said hello to each other,
and it looks like they are pushing them up on the bot lane here. But I don't think anything's going to happen. They're probably just going to hug a tower here for a little bit.
Yeah, here Draven wants to go for aggressive plays, mainly that we're kind of in a meta centered around the ADCs. So very aggressive pick on the side of Michigan, whereas St. Clair kind of went for a more scaly composition here with the Kai'Sa, which is strong at, well, most points in the game, but her late game is very terrifying. And Maokai coming in for a gank. Kai'Sa rushing in straight, the Gangplank coming out.
Great,
three-man gank for it.
The Briar ult
with
comes
the re-engage, hits with her ult, as she is going ham, nibbling at her. Kai'Sa goes down. They are trying to chase, maybe to get the Ana. Oh! More stuns. Tornado comes out but doesn't help, and Rel falls. We got Aatrox fighting on the top lane. Oh my god, an ignite and to kill off Aatrox's anti-heal, and then, well, Gangplank hurts. He really does. Gangplank is one of those champions where you don't expect him to hurt until you take a barrel or he hits you with his empowered auto attacks, and that true damage, it stacks up, man. It hurts, but. Yeah, dueling Gangplank, dueling a skilled Gangplank is an art, because it is very, very difficult to know what they're going to play, because these are matchups that you don't play often. Here, St. Clair going for the drag, it's pretty open, so it's relatively simple to take. We kind of see some vision being placed, Draven trying to steal it, but of course it's kind of hard to outsmite. The smite, they are coming into the forest, trying to contest the scuttle? And a little bit of the vision. Rel here extending, trying to push off the Maokai. We got a lot of farm. Let's see. Our farm is pretty equal in the bot lane. 73 to 72. We got
73 to 74.
Yeah,
so it's pretty much the same, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much the same. We have Aatrox getting zoned off the minions a little bit, so that is going to be very interesting to see. He did get the first kill on Gangplank, but Gangplank seems to be going for an Essence Reaver build first, so his poke is hurting a lot. I wish I could have seen the runes, though. We have our second game here coming up. A little duel in the top lane. We have a Gnar versus a J4 top. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is something I have not seen in a while. Jarvan
that might not be the top lane. I think their position in the stack, I don't know if that's correct. I think you might be right, though.
It does seem like it. Oh, wait, Gangplank with the Zanyas. Still gets killed, though. Oh, unlucky. But Maokai comes in to clean up the Maokai. and Maokai takes out, making it an equal trade. Briar here kind of having a bad time in the early game. It is a little bit more of a late game champion, so I am excited to see the ludicrous amounts of healing that we're going to be seeing from Briar. But we're also going to be seeing something terrifying in the late game. And this is kind of something that confuses me in the comp for Michigan, is you have a composition that the bot lane and the top lane is relatively early game centered, but then you have a late game jungler, or relatively late game. Briar is pretty strong in the early game, mainly at her level 4 power spike, which absolutely slaps on her W recast. But here, the biggest problem I'm seeing with their composition is going to be holding off on that late game, because late game Gangplank, one crit is enough to kill most squishy targets. Here we have an engage by Maokai into the river, onto the Aatrox. A little bit of a fight. They take the blue buff, and we have a death on Aatrox. And a double kill by Gangplank takes out both Aatrox and Briar. So that's going to be leading straight into a Herald. We even have the Yana here to help. That is very, very, very important objective, because the first Herald, the second Herald's kind of chill. Anybody can have it, but the first Herald is important, because when you put when you take the first Herald, it's usually going to be placed so that you can get those tower platings, right?
Yeah, you get more money in the early game because the tower still has the plating ready to go. So we're gonna go. Look at the gold diff. St. Clair already taking the gold lead, even though they had a few little losses in the.
Yeah, well, with the gold they get from the Dragon, the gold they get from the Herald, I mean, you start stacking up that gold really quickly, right? Or oh god, we have a fight on the that's the Varsity team. No, that's the Academy team.
What? Which one? For League
Top
of Legends?
Yes,
oh,
League of
Overwatch.
Legends.
Top right.
Okay.
Oh, Overwatch is in the top left, and
I don't know the right
Varsity.
from my left.
All right. All right.
I can't be the only one.
You meant to say the Varsity team, and right now they're
Yep.
looking pretty good, right, as they sort of get into the... Actually, I'm mistaken. No, James Madison actually have held this point for a little while, but now it's just getting contested. The Surge coming out on the side of the Sojourn, not able to find anything. Genji with the deflect, able to take away a little bit of that damage as he repositions into that lamp. Damage screen coming out on the side of Baptiste from the side of James Madison. And it seems like right now they're just able to keep this point right now. Yes, they're doing pretty good. I'm hoping I cast or curse them.
Ooh, yeah, they're doing very, very good right now, securing the first point very easily, and it looks like they're securing the second point just as easily as well. What a boot by Reddick there, going to find the kill, but he's going to get taken out by Storm there, and Squeak going to get the support there, and this might be it. This might be their push to take back the site. No tank in sight.
Huge knife.
And there's a good knife right there, and their support's chasing back, trying to catch up with them. If James Madison knows they're without a support, they probably push right in, but it seems like they don't know, and the BAP window is ready to be used.
BAP window ready to be used on the side of St. Clair, and just as we say that, so is Dragonblade, switching it back over to League.
That
Yeah,
Kaisa
quick.
damage is ridiculous. The Maokai ult coming out, not connecting to Draven because he's already dead. But the Rel is still getting tossed around and CC'd to hell. We have another person joining the fight.
Yeah, that was a great
There's
pick
one problem
there.
though. Briar needs to heal, and Briar doesn't have any healing when she's CC'd, so she dies too. Aatrox with the TP coming back, trying to turn this fight around. The Gangplank ult gets killed by Orianna. That was an interesting fight. A fight that was centered around placing the Herald to get those tower plates.
Yeah, it was a good pick all around. A little big gank in lane rate. Might have sacrificed a little bit of tower damage, but that was worth it to take those fed bot laners out of the equation and secure yourself drag and get the hit on the bottom tower there.
Yes,
Great play
here.
all around by
Ooh.
St. Clair College. And St. Clair College also doing very well in Overwatch as Emmerin tried to get the blade off, but
There's
gets
the
taken
Rampage
out.
coming out.
It's overtime.
And as the Rampage comes out right there, St. Clair looking pretty good as Sojourn's going to find one. Another one being found by the Drinker Queen. But hold on, James Madison fighting back as they're actually going to be able to take out the Sojourn and the BAP on the side of St. Clair. Huge numbers now on the way of St. Clair, actually, as they're going to be able to find another one off the back of the knife in the Sojourn. 99.99. Who's going to take it? It is a very squeaky overtime. And it seems like St. Clair able to hold on.
Yeah, they are holding on very well there, and it's 1-1 in the flash points in the top left. And in the top right, we're seeing Kings Row again, and look at that, getting the pick on the Genji there from Drexel University, playing very, very well. And looks like they are going to take site here, as St. Clair College is not really there. Only the sports are on the point there, and here we are back to a league-focused centric
big
thing,
fight in
and
the
that's
river.
a good
Maokai all
pick
coming
by,
out. We got a big fight. Lissandra trying to run away. The Claw coming out, bringing her to safety. Yana kind of taking camps along with Maokai. We are looking safe. That was an interesting fight. We have Yana, Draven, and the Rel along with the wait.
We have a little duel going on here in the mid lane. Lissandra via the Ana, and that's going to get taken out, but there's the Orianna to clean up there. So good fight all around. And it looks like they're going to take a bot tower as that whole mid fight is going on. St. Clair going to find an easy little bot lane tower, and they're going to back off. And it looks like they've got most of the objectives up. The biggest next objective is going to be Baron. In a few minutes, we're 3 minutes off from Baron here, so it should be.
Right now, the objectives for the Michigan team are the shutdowns on the opposing team, because St. Clair has a 250 gold bounty on their Gangplank, a 400 on their Maokai, and a 450 on the Kaisa. That is a lot of potential gold that they can claim if they get those kills, but the problem is...
Kaisa's ulting there. He's going to find the Draven in the jungle, and that's why you don't go alone in the jungle there. No support, no one to help you there. And Maokai also going to find another person in the jungle, but all three are there, and he gets Briar ulted. This is going to be huge, unless he gets a big Maokai ult here, but it looks like Mission going to fall there. Or actually, it's going to get traded out a pretty even fight. But they do manage to find the last kill on the Rel there. The Aatrox is going to go in, clean up the Gangplank, and now Janna needs to get out of here, or else that could be disastrous for their team. 600
gold heading to Aatrox, though. That can snowball very quickly. So we're going to have to watch out for that. There's a little bit of a fight, or...
On the side of, well, we get into some Overwatch here as well, just to take a break from you guys for a second. The Reinhardt able to have the Shatter right now. We're going to see this is pretty big here from the side of the attackers. What can they find as they're looking to just push that payload into the King's Row exit. Both Ryans, I believe, actually having the Shatter, so this might be a little bit of a neat one as it comes down. And as we look over to the side of the Varsity team right now, huge fight going on as the lamp gets thrown down, helping to protect the Junker Queen. Genji deflect, he's not going to find anything off of it though. Surge keeping distance. On the other side though, here comes St. Clair. They're taking bodies and taking them in numbers. One headshot, two headshot. Ryan cleans up the mix.
Wow.
And it seems like St. Clair able to just have their way.
They got repelled there by Drexel there. Drexel's on the blue side now. Gonna be able to manage to take a couple.
Oh!
Shatter,
I didn't even see that. Okay, I apologize so much. I'm so used to seeing the St. Clair on the blue side because I'm used to doing the... Yeah, right, the Varsity. My mistake then. Let me rephrase everything I just said. Drexel was just doing insane work there, yeah. So St. Clair, you need to try to come back into this game now then. You're getting close though. Shatter going out on the side of what was that actually? I think that was on the side of St. Clair. It was, but it's not going to find anything. Drexel doing really good to counter
someone
now.
Fell off.
Yeah. What
to go
just
back
happened? Somebody just got launched straight down under the map. Bastion.
Oh boy.
Falling off the edge as well. That was pretty funny.
St. Clair so close with that final payload there.
Yeah, but we know just how those final pushes can go.
And on the flashpoint there, it looks like St. Clair finally got a lead on the flashpoint, managing to close out, bringing it to 2. They only need 1 point here, but since it's the final little payload match here on the right, we're going to focus on that and look at Drexel University cleaning up so well.
Cleaning up St. Clair. They're finding pretty much every pick that can be found, and they're just setting up defense so well here.
Got them all in the spawn there, so it's not looking great for St. Clair College.
Not at
on
all.
The side. They have a 2-point
However, they
lead.
do have the 2-point advantage.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's a good push, but if you can't get that final point and your enemy team finds that, it could be pretty bad. It looks like a fight is mounting over here over the Mountain Drake. It looks like.
Got a little bit of poke. Ooh, okay. LeBlanc trying to get the chain, will not connect. Here, St. Clair is really just trying to hold down that Drake, pulling it out, making sure that nobody can flash over the wall and steal it.
They're still going to try and steal here. Trois Rivieres is pushing down the Rivieres here, and
Yes,
they're
they
going to
are.
try and contest Drake here. Looks like they're playing the Viego as well on the side of St. Clair, so could be a pretty snowbally match here.
Oh, the Poppy.
They get
on
the punish here
Oof.
for the contestant. Gonna find one. Will they find another? Look at that. Kaisa managed to find two. That's a massive pick. And they didn't even get dragged. That was just their contestant there. And that secures them a 3-dragon lead.
Yep, that is going to be terrifying, and that is going to snowball, mainly when it comes to League of Legends. Small
Wow,
leads
they're pushing
turn
the
to big
rift
leads.
mid already.
I mean, that tower is turning into 2 towers. We already know
Yep,
it.
there's a
Herald
second
is
crash.
rushing. You might
Wow.
even turn that into 3 towers while you're at it. Come on, Shelly. Come on, Shelly.
Not going to manage to take 3 there.
I'm like,
And
hey,
again,
getting 2 rushes, 2 towers out of 1 Herald is already a massive profit. They're already snowballing out of their minds. 3 Drakes, which means that they need to get out of Soul Point, right? I mean,
they're going to have to try get out of Soul Point now. They're in the corner there, and they need Baron now more than ever. They want to end quick. They don't want to drag this game out too long. And let's go back to Varsity Overwatch here. Looks like they just need one more flashpoint, and James Madision has the control here, though.
They got to find a way to be able to take it back, but they do have them slightly on the ropes here. It seems like St. Clair going to try to find the win here so they can see what can they find. 2 damage screens going out. The lamp going to have to be forced out as J Queen pushes up. Round of healing coming out. Just able to stabilize on the side of the Baptiste here. He has a lot of pressure coming to him, though, and it's just not going to go down his way. Redex on the quick cleanup. St. Clair on the cleanup. They take this game in demanding fashion.
Did not get the first flashpoint, but that managed to wake them up there, and they managed to secure the win very, very quickly. And it looks like St. Clair College is going to manage to secure the win on our Academy League of Legends side, managing to take the first game against Michigan Flint. So well played.
they had a late game
around.
composition, but they didn't need to get to late game.
with
They
31
they
kills
just
on the
finished it
board.
instantly. That was definitely a one hell of a match, and they're going to be put on pause because they need to go over another draft. So we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of the varsity teams. Here we have, big Gnaralt, but not going to connect with his W, meaning that we will not get a long stun lock, but they are keeping it up, trying to run away on Rel, but Rel is going to just sacrifice herself instead, letting her enemy, her friendly team retreat. Here, Viego hiding in the bush, maybe looking for a re-engage, but choosing to not do so.
Yeah, Viego could take those
Very
1v1s
wisely.
very, very well, but against the whole team, he's going to have a little bit of trouble without any support. Looks like we're
Most
going to back
definitely.
here and probably try for Baron, actually. Going to try and regroup with Baron, is my guess.
I mean, they're at the 20-minute mark. The worm is up. They have top lane pushed in. They have mid lane very much pushed in. Here,
There's no reason not to go, and it looks like
force them.
Trois Rivieres is going to go for a little bit of a Baron
Yeah.
steal. We might see a steal come out from the side of St. Clair as both teams move towards the Baron. Tension is mounting. This is the game-winning Baron here. If you lose this one, this could be disastrous for
You
either
lose
team.
this one, you lose the game. It's that simple. I
We're
mean,
seeing how pushed up St. Clair is. Trois Rivieres needs to take this Baron, or else it could spell disaster for themselves. And let's focus more on our League of Legends game here. And it looks like Zephyros gonna engage Emrakul here and take out the Gnar. And just like that, St. Clair managed to have a very good Baron security. And we see a little scuffle happening in the bot lane. I wish we saw the Baron fight there, but it looked like it was uncontested. And just like that, Ricky Lafleur gonna find the pick on the bot lane Orianna there, but not gonna counter much when they have Baron and they are pushing up mid lane. No more towers to defend them. All they have to do is break that little inhibitor, and they are free to strike on the Nexus there. One last tower remains, the last bastion of defense. Zephyros gonna push up the top lane. Meanwhile, all this is going on.
yeah, no. Gnar coming back up. Orianna is going to be there too. They need to. They need wave clear. They need to get rid of those minions so that they can't. So that St. Clair College can't push the team. But the problem with wave clear is that if you're starting to use spells, those spells are on cooldown. Here, St. Clair taking the bot inhibitor, kind of distracting everybody with the top side. Here, so you're going to be having either a big push or they're going to start going for the mid lane. Seems they're backing off, though.
Yeah, they're just going for a little bit of a split push here, taking the inhibs and taking it very, very slowly. Took one tower, took the bot inhib, and now they're pretty much free to do whatever they want as Trois Rivieres needs to start playing defense, and St. Clair looks to secure themselves a Dragon Soul as it begins to spawn up here. And there it is, and Trois Rivieres nowhere to be seen, and just like that, it looks like St. Clair is going to secure their win in the game. They have Soul, they have Baron, and Trois Rivieres does not have much to back it up.
No, Trois Rivieres see mostly behind. The League of Legends is just a game that's really hard to get back into once you are behind. Comebacks are hard. Yeah, there is comeback XP. Yeah, there are shutdowns, but I mean, anybody who's played the game knows that those things are really hard to get.
On the side of Overwatch, all we're seeing is a comeback here as Drexel University is putting up a great offense. I think they're almost making it up to where St. Clair was in record time.
Now, will have to be noted, though, that St. Clair did get that 3rd point, so obviously Drexel now needing to find the last one, and let's see how they're going to be able to do it. They have really good ults on the side of Orisa and that freeze. They could choose to combo them up, depends on what they want to do, honestly. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how St. Clair defends here. On the side of St. Clair, having the beat, having the artillery, and having the Orisa ult also as well, so they can combo up quite nicely.
But I must say, on the side of League of Legends there, they got tower, they got inhib, and it looks like they got a little bit of an ace there. They're going to take the last 2 inhibs, and this is looking to be the final push here as they take out another inhib. And on the side of Overwatch, a huge May freeze. But St. Clair manages to push through it.
Yeah, St. Clair absolutely cleaning through that entire push. They dealt with that so well, and we're just seeing the confirmation right now on the side of League. St. Clair able to take.
Yeah, that's the first game. Both our League matches won very handedly. So let's see if we can win out this last Overwatch match. Potentially last.
Yes.
Or no. Game 3.
On the side of May, trying to get the freeze comboed up with that wall. They're May going to send one of their own. It's kind of just really messy right now. It seems like the huge damage coming out on the side of that nade. But the screen is up now. Lucio switching over to health as he needs to try to just kind of go back and forth. He needs to heal the Bastion. The Bastion going to be able to get picked off. Just not able to heal in time. The Bastion goes into the turret, and that's just too much damage to heal up that quickly. As, you know, right now, Drexel looking pretty good in this offensive push. They're finding the picks they need. However, St. Clair with the near spawn can hold on. It's not quite over just yet. However, I will say, as this May picks off the Orisa, they are cleaning right now. Key meters being taken on the side of Drexel as he pushes up, going into Titanium mode. What can she find? Spearing the Bastion back. She has ult. Spear rushing to just negate some of that damage before she activates it. There it is. It's not going to find much, though, as May able to go in the ice block, but it seems like it's going to find the Lucio. Now on the side of St. Clair, same ult going down. G-Scale is able to find the Bastion on the other side. Everything is just going absolutely crazy. The Tracer, she's trying to find some damage, but the beat has gone down and is protecting. Now the May ults, both of them overlapping each other. What is it going to find? Drexel finding the picks they need. 3 headshots. Bearable going huge. And it seems like they're able to find that 3rd point. And they deserved it, honestly, with the layering of the May ults and exactly how the Orisa played that. Able to buy her team time. Spear rushing back to just take some of that damage off the side of their team. Able to save and, you know, just a little bit of time. And it just gave Drexel the time they needed to build up more ult charge. And at the end of the day, we get a tie game.
You're going into the 3rd round here, and while
slight time advantage as well.
I would not say slight. A whole 3 minutes on the side of Drexel.
3-minute time advantage on the side of Drexel.
St. Clair playing with the minimum amount of time they're allotted. They won with 4 seconds.
Yes.
So that gets boosted up to a minute, you know, to actually have it be an attempt, you know, not just walk out of the gates and have it deep over there. Now, looks like we're going to see the Junkrat on the side of St. Clair, and I know that's a pick a lot of the both DPSers like to have, from what I've heard.
Yes, and Junkrat able to just kind of pick up some nice pick damage, but it's actually going to be swapped out, and I thought that was as well, because Junkrat's more of a defensive, you know, person to pick up, so I just don't think that that would have been a great time on the offense, but it seems like that was just a little bit of a troll. They're going to go with the real DPS lineup in the May and the Genji, which I think has been working out quite nicely, so I don't see why to switch anything up unless, you know, See what the defense gives you. But St. Clair, you have to move quick here. Let's see how they're going to do it. Setting up the defense on the side of Drexel. Quick pick damage coming in on the side of Orisa.
It's not looking great for St. Clair. They need to get this first push off without a hitch here. But it looks like with all these Mei walls, it's going to be a very tough thing to do. Pushing in very fast. D.Va's coming out. D.Va's already low. And look at that. Holy One trying to find some picks on the back line here. He finds the Bastion, can't manage to hit those shots and close out the kill.
Huge anti.
The lamp comes out and saves them all, it looks like. G-Skill's gonna find one.
He's just cranking down that wall. The Baptiste able to try to keep him alive. Orisa trying to negate some of that damage going onto the team, trying to find the D.Va, but the D.Va's going to be able to negate that damage right back. Right now, St. Clair setting up an attack. The Mei getting deep into the back line. Grubby on the Genji, able to hit the deflect, and it seems like right now they have the space they need. They've taken the territory over. Try to find this BAP though, that would be a nice little pick to come off of. Oh, this is absolute bullying,
wow.
And they're gonna find it.
Well, can they touch it in time?
But can they touch the point in time? That is the question.
Pushing up very, very far.
Yes, yes, and they need to. They need to take this ground quickly. Meters have to be gained here. They're going to opt to just keep the one on the point. They're trying to just maximize the space that they can be given.
Yes.
Huge on the side of St. Clair. They have the Nano and they also have the Beat. Let's see if the Nano can also be comboed with the Dragon Blade as well.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to note the freeze also being close. St. Clair actually really close to having all of their ults right now.
If you're Drexel, you want to end it here and now, not let those ults come out. And it looks like that is what they're doing. Managed to find two picks, or a pick there, right off the bat.
There it is, off the Beat.
Oh, the Blade is going wild there. Grubby getting the double kill, getting shut down by Bearable Dog there.
He was able to find the Baptiste, but the Immor field was the second thing that you saw. The D.Va bomb coming out. Can it find someone? Everything is going crazy, and it's actually going to be the Mei smashed by the mech coming down. Free is going to be able to take out the other Mei, though. Beats coming out. Where is the Nano?
Oh,
it's just not going to be able to be used as St. Clair getting pushed off the payload just for enough time.
He got lured off the payload with that Bastion there.
Yeah.
He was like, free pick.
Yep.
Got stay on the point for his team there. Unfortunate indeed. And now Drexel, with 4 minutes on the clock, just needs to cap the point and then carry it on down just a little bit down King's Row here.
And of course, like you stated, they have a lot of time to do so. And it's going to have to be a world master class defense on the side of the Academy team to stop it. Let's see what they pick for the heroes. Let's just see, what do they feel like bringing out? Both lineups reeled in a second. On the side of Drexel, attacking with the Orisa, Bastion, and Mei, they're going to have their heals on the side of Lucio and the Baptiste. Now on the side of St. Clair, yep, there's the Junkrat coming out. As I said, very defensive hero being picked out there, and a little bit of an odd one on the side of the Echo, but we'll see how it works out, obviously. Hopefully going to be able to find some luck there. On the side of St. Clair as well, bringing out the D.Va on the tank. Heals coming out on the side from St. Clair on the Lucio and Ana are going to be their supports that they run.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. You know, we usually see the Lucio and Bap pick, but maybe
it's a
the
unique
Ana,
lineup.
Yeah, maybe the Ana can find the success here. Maybe they're going for a little bit of like a nano D.Va, you know, rush down, try and find those quick picks. But let's see it. Let's see what this defense has in store on the side of St. Clair.
Right.
Wow.
Bastion turret coming out on the side of Drexel. They're going to looking to grind that D.Va bot down, obviously. If they can get the D-Mech this quickly, it's going to be huge, and they do. The D.Va's down as well. This is an amazing push start right now from Drexel, and they need to keep things up. St. Clair able to find two, one on the D.Va, one on the Lucio, but the Echo as well, able to find the Baptiste. Drexel is just holding them right now where they need. This D.Va needs to get in, and she's trying to, but it seems like Drexel, they just have everything they need. Beam coming out on the side of Grubby, gonna find the Bastion, but just not gonna be able to stay alive. The Mei able to finish him off. And yeah, right now, D-Mech coming out yet again. Drexel just kind of having their way with them on the D-Mech. Let's see what they can find. The Mei is going to be able to pick up one. The Bap able to pick up the next. The Orisa able to pick up the next as well. They are cleaning up quite nicely.
Yeah, this is the choke point that they have to hold. They can't let it get past this gate here, or
exactly.
else it is over.
And I will say, where's the team? You can't hold a choke point when you don't have your tank here. The D.Va needs to get there quick. It's going to be a race to see if they can even contest.
I would have swapped Tracer or something because you need someone to at least touch it.
Well, D.Va's going to be the person for the job here as she tries to get a little bit of pressure going, but the Orisa holding strong. She also has Titanium. She can try to go past this back T screen. It's going to be huge. Ult's coming out on the side of St. Clair. It's not going to really find too much, though. Drexel using pretty much everything they have. They used freeze, screen. I mean, they just used everything they had there, and I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. They just had to just simply take the point. You have ult, you have ult economy. You might as well use it. Play coming out from the Reinhardt here. Let's see what goes down. And this is going to be in that really tough scruffle. They're going to have the dash. It's going to find someone. He's going to find the other Reinhardt. Swing that hammer around all crazy. Like, he's going to find another 2 on both the supports. There's one onto the Genji as well. An absolute sweeping of a performance there on the side of Drexel. They just did a really good job taking, what they just did what they had to do.
Yeah, well played by Drexel overall. That was amazing watching that last push there. They just
you can't really do an attack much better than that.
Yeah, so much communication on the sides of the team. They synced up all their ultimates very perfectly. So St. Clair had a lot to contend with there.
Yeah, they seem to have a rough time in that last push. When you have that many ults coming at your face, it's kind of like, oh. Well, guess I'll die.
Yeah,
I swear they used like 4 or 5. I couldn't count. It was just happening so quick. Like, I just wasn't really focusing on that. I just saw that they were going out. I was trying to find a little bit of a play that I could, go off of. But just everything was happening so fast. But that was just the result of them using what they had, obviously. They used the Bastion to bait off and get the C9 the first time. They come back with an offensive push, knowing that they have the time on their side. And I will say, it was just really tough seeing how St. Clair had to try to get to defend the payload, and the D.Va had to just run from spawn and try to get there.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah, that pick set up pretty bad timing on the side of St. Clair. Drexel doing what they need to do.
It's almost like where they lost the cart there at the end, too. Was just such a bad spot. It was like the tightest choke point you could possibly have, as far from your spawn as you could possibly get. Like, even I think if they didn't cap the point at all, they would have had a better chance there, because there was a way closer walk back to the objective. So not the best showing there on the St. Clair Academy team, but Drexel just played very, very well. You can't win them all, but what we can win them all is our first league games, right?
Indeed, both of them have been won. The compositions were looking very good. I'm honestly very, very hyped for these next games, because we saw the Briar come out. She didn't really. She's a feast or famine champion, and she was kind of on the famine side that one game. But I played a little bit of Briar. By a little bit, I mean a lot. And she's really fun.
Yeah, sure. Her farm in the beginning, I have to say, is not great. Her engage
that is true.
Potential is very good, but you just kind of have to play for that late game so you can get. Like, it snowballs, very, very snowball-y champion. You got to find those picks, and if you don't find them, kind of out of luck there.
Briar's a champion that embodies literally just silence, and then all of a sudden you get hit by something, you say, oh, guess I'll die. And then you hear a cloaker sound coming over, and yeah, you die, because it's Briar coming at you.
Yeah,
Briar is a champion that can assassinate you. She has enough healing to stay alive to do it again. And then, oh yeah, just 240% AD and AP ratio on her E. So you get slammed into a wall, you die too. Briar is a very terrifying champion, so I want to see her used to her peak potential. But definitely some interesting champions played. The J4 top was a really special pick. I didn't get to see much of that game.
Yeah, but it looks like we're going into our second Overwatch game here, potentially final match here.
Sorry, Gabe.
If Drexel wins. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there. I just had to get in here as I heard the gates open. It looks like we're on Junkertown here. So another...
Yeah, and the first thing I want to point out, are we running a pharmacy? We are.
I think we are, yeah.
And that's really interesting play there. I want to see how that works out on the side of St. Clair. The Pharah actually going to be able to pick up the first one as well onto the Tracer. And yeah, so far, Pretty good opening battle on the side of St. Clair. We'll see how it goes out. That's going to be the big key there. Can that Sojourn on the side of Drexel find the rail shot that puts the Pharah or the Mercy out?
Ooh,
and it seems like right now, though, Grubby not going to want to let that happen. He takes it with Lucio, but the Orisa immediately finding the refrag. G-Scale's huge on the Kiriko, though, finding the pick onto the Orisa, and the headshot coming out from the BAP in order to take out that Mercy.
Yeah, they take out the D.Va, D-Mech, but might not close it out, but yep, they do close it out there. The Sojourn playing very, very well.
And she's actually going to find a second pick as well. One on the Surge and another one just being able to find that Tracer. Very impressive. Is the Kiriko able to find the 1v1? Not really. Able to Suzu and teleport out, hopefully. And yeah, right now, St. Clair looking pretty good. Let's talk about some ults on the table right now. They have Pulse Bomb. They're probably going to have Kitsune. And they're also probably going to have Bomb in a second. And on the side of Drexel, not really. I mean, you know, you're going to have Pulse Bomb. You're going to have Screen. Everybody else just kind of waiting, going to be a little while. Screen's going to come out on the side of Drexel, though. Let's see how they push off of this. Immediately taking the space that they need, trying to get bodies onto the point. Vap's going to be able to find the first one on the far. The Pulse Bomb coming out, and the Punch going to be able to stun the Mercy. D.Va Bomb going out. Can it find anything? We'll see. Not quite, but the actual mech recall is going to be able to find the Lucio. I think we've actually had more mech recalls finding kills than the bombs themselves.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Kind of pretty funny, yeah. But, you know, right now, Drexel doing what they need to. They are clearing the team right now as we find it off the back of the headshot, off the Tracer onto the D.Va.
Yeah, great contention by St. Clair there. They almost capped the point there with the Tracer at the very end, but Drexel just has such a good defense to manage to push any sense of push off there. And look at the wall finding the Mercy, and the Pharah just managed to squeak out there.
And I must point out, that is the third time in quick succession that I think I've seen that Mercy killed. Correct me if I'm wrong. We might, you know, you never know. We'll see if it works, and I think we're going to get our answer now. Yeah, there's the swap off, and that's what I thought was probably going to happen after we saw the pharmacy getting shut down a little more. You know, now with Minefield being deployed out, let's see what can get found. Slam coming out and the shields. Look at all that health that the Wrecking Ball can have. Finding the first two picks off the back of the headshot from the BAP, and the Wrecking Ball finding the Sojourn. In close quarters with Genji, though. 95 health, he's getting low. He needs to search for his healers. Wow, it's going to actually happen. He's able to just get out just in the nick of time as the Sojourn finding a huge pick onto the Orisa.
Yeah, that was a huge pick indeed. Drexel just playing so well right now. St. Clair trying to find something that works. They switched off the pharmacy back to a more typical Genji Sojourn comp, but Drexel just managed to take these points and keep them there. And
you can't ignore it. Not only do they have point and everything like that, and they're building pressure, look at the ults. They have like almost 4 of them on the side of Drexel, Gabe. And right now, let's see how they're going to get used. Overclock being used on the side of Sojourn. It's going to find the Lucio. Let's see what she can keep doing. The actual damage screen being put out, and it's just going to force everything to just kind of go on the wayside of the side of St. Clair. Drexel rolling yet again off the back of the damage screen and the overclock, and it just, you know, they take it again. They should be their second flashpoint.
Yeah, 0 contention on the point there, not a single percent there taken back by St. Clair, and that is 2 points already in the flashpoint. If we don't see something change quick, that's going to be it for St. Clair, and that is not just going to be it, you know, lose a map. That's going to be it for real. That's it for the series. So St. Clair is going to have to dig deep. They have Blade to play with, but not too much else. So it's getting tensions are mounting here.
And especially it's hard because you're just coming off the back of a freeze that just didn't work. How are you going to be able to find that? Dragon Blade having to be held on from the Genji, but you look at it again, just the amount of ults that Drexel have, just so much more. Off the back of the Pulse Bomb is actually not going to be able to find anybody, but then the Tracer's going to be able to find the Ana Minefield coming down. And yeah, like you're just seeing it right now. They have so many more ults that they can just take advantage of and use. They even still have Beat on the field. And it's just, you know, they have everything that they need. St. Clair not having very many ults. They have the Orisa ult, the Genji about to pop, but he gets shut down. By the time everybody has what they, you know, want to have, the point's already been taken.
Yeah, St. Clair does have Blade. They do have Terra Surge, but, you know, they have a sound barrier to contend with, so they have to pick and choose which damage ults they're going to use here. They can't go all in together here. The Holy Hong going to find one. The Wrecking Ball going to find another, so they have to make a very good push here.
Aggressive push coming up from the side of St. Clair. Look at the Wrecking Ball utilizing that shield, getting the slam, able to find one onto the Genji right after he pops Blade as well. However, not going to be completely useless as he does find a pick right before that happened. The Orisa has her ult as well, but it's going to be shut down. A double kill on the slam from the Wrecking Ball. This is an absolutely huge play coming off the side of the beat. The Wrecking Ball, the Lucio, the BAP doing all they can right now, really just taking them through what should be another clean point. I don't know, St. Clair, you need to try to rush this right now. They do have Orisa's ult, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to touch in time with only 6% left.
Yeah, the best
Going to be a race to the center. Can they find the OT? They actually are off the back of the Tracer. It's go time, as you hear. Right now, Drexel using the overclock. What can they find? They're going to find the kill onto the Mei. That's huge. A lot of damage coming in. They're going to find another one onto the Ana this time. The Wrecking Ball doing what he's been doing all game, finding another pick. But a huge play by the Orisa, finding two. Can it be enough to hold? No, she's not going to have the healing.
No.
Minefield coming out, and that should spell the end.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to make it back time, even with the Tracer. Their Tracer's down, sending out the Echo, but not going to find it. And Drexel University
What a performance.
takes home our Academy Overwatch game here today.
I mean, you just got to give him credit, right?
They played
it seems
amazingly.
like they had all the ults, and St. Clair just didn't have anything to really just counter at all.
The Wrecking Ball was...
you know, the Wrecking Ball, I think, you know, that backline pressure, able to just find those little, like, picks and little pieces of damage just to fuel his minefield coming off the back of it. He used his shield so well. We saw time and time again able to get out of the way of any incoming danger. And, I mean, he was just absolutely disgusting with those slams as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That was
most
such
definitely.
an overwhelming offense and defense from Drexel University there. In the first game there, they managed to put up quite a good fight, you know. It was a pretty close game, but after that, Drexel University figured out the Saints' mojo, you know, whatever you want to call it, their game plan, and they just exploited that and managed to just have a great, great match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just going to say real quick, Drexel, you know, really good job by them. They move up to 3-1. Saints looking for that next win, their first win, hopefully the next time they play. For now, we're going to throw it to a quick break. We'll be back with you in a moment.
Second game here, potentially last, as St. Clair College is against a match point here in our NACE Academy League here against U Michigan Flint. It's going to be a good one. So Let's see. Let's look at the draft here. What do you think?
All
of this
right, looking
draft?
at the draft, we have something pretty interesting. Emilio, a champion that's been pretty under the weather lately, so he's gotten a few buffs these patches. We have a Yone, a Graves, and an Ezreal. And then I saw a Rammus.
Yeah,
and I said, I see a story here.
Let's take it one side at a time so we don't confuse the viewers here. So we have Yone top. It's looking like Graves jungle, Orianna mid, and Ezreal and Emilio in the bot lane for St. Clair College. And on the side of Michigan Flint, we have Aatrox top, Rammus jungling, of course. And then we have the LeBlanc mid, the Varus bot lane, and we also have
a Nautilus as support.
very
So something very aggressive, something that's made to make plays. Maybe with that Varus, right? Varus is a champion that is super versatile. Here we see him playing with lethal tempo. So we know he's going attack speed. He's going to be playing on that back line. He's going to be shooting those. Varus in the late game becomes a pea shooter. Those peas hurt.
Wow, big engage by the Nautilus there.
Yes, big hook. Varus trying to poke down the Emilio, but Emilio walking away. We are having a lot of damage being done. Here, Nautilus just walking away, saying, you know what? Nah, we had her all in. Oh, trying to re-engage.
The minion.
The minion coming in. Ezreal trying to capitalize on that mistake. Oh boy, choked on my saliva.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And like we're seeing a little bit of a repeat there from last game. Bot lane very, very aggressive in the early game. Both players wanting to get that lead. League's on the mind there. And there is a big fight happening in the top lane. Big damage getting hit there on the Yone, on the Aatrox there. But Aatrox, like you said, a big self-healing champ, but a little bit later into the match. Once you get a few of your items.
Mostly later, right? His passive is one of his biggest chunks of healing, but in the early game, the healing you want is on the minions, right? You want to heal from your wave, you want to heal passively. Aatrox's passive healing is okay, but his passive, which is one of the biggest bulks of healing he has, is reduced against minions, right? So his laning phase isn't as strong as it could be if it was that good. So you want to try and proc your passive onto the enemy player so that this way you get a bigger heal. But when you try and get that bigger heal, you expose yourself to an engage, mainly playing against Yone here. LeBlanc going in, trying to get the Chains of Corruption onto Orianna. I am not seeing
here.
Ooh.
And Aatrox going to try and come down and help, but nothing really happens. And just as we say that, we see the LeBlanc mid very, very low.
A LeBlanc mid without a passive. That passive was proc during the engage with Orianna. Orianna, knowing this, tries to poke her a little bit more, trying to get that chip damage. LeBlanc really an all-in assassin. So it's kind of difficult here to poke her down, because when you poke people, you need to expose yourself. You poke someone. Oh, the chain's coming out onto Graves, just trying to dissuade him from going in. Graves, a lot of burst damage, so you have to be careful about that. So she's going to go back into lane, just trying to get her minions here, trying to build herself a lead. Yone here getting pushed off the wave by Aatrox, getting bullied a little bit. You can see the health bars. Aatrox a little bit higher than Yone, which is interesting because Yone's a pretty big lane bully, but Aatrox can manage with his Qs. Here, Graves trying to look for a gank, does not know that he's on vision. Yep. Nautilus with the engage. We got Graves getting rooted, walks away, unencumbered.
Big fight top. We're seeing the
Yone with
lots
the soul.
Of fights going on here in the top lane and the bottom lane. And there they are, both bot lane fighting for Dragon here. Whoever wins this fight is probably going to take the first Dragon here, and it is going to be a very, very scary fight. It's going to back off though. Yone going to go in, try and find a little bit of an engage. Not going to quite find it though. And overall, both teams playing very, very well. No kills yet. This feels like the first time in a long time that we haven't had a very quick early game kills kind of scenario.
It feels like I'm watching a pro match.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams playing very,
It's like
very
watching
well.
the Korean leagues. It's just, oh yeah, we're going to farm minions now. Enjoy watching that.
Yeah.
But speaking of minions, we do have a few CS leads on the top lane.
Yeah, our Yone playing very, very well, and the jungler playing very, very well as in addition. So it might come that those minor differences seem to matter a lot. As you can tell, we're up 600 gold, which might not be a whole heck of a ton, but that adds up. You know, it could be an extra item here or there, and once these fights start happening, that's when it really, really matters.
League is a game that snowballs. You get ahead, you snowball that. And League is a game about knowing how to snowball. So if you know how to turn that 600 gold into 12,000 gold, you gotta do it, right? But it's a question of knowing how to snowball that lead. 50 gold gets you 1 potion. Buying that potion might be the difference between winning or losing your laning phase. And it's those are the decisions that make League. Ooh, LeBlanc going in, Orianna pulling the shield to make sure she doesn't take that chip damage, making sure that she has a healthy laning phase. Varus really an ADC that's made to poke. That's made to keep people off the wave. He likes doing that with his Qs. It's really annoying. I enjoy doing it.
It looks to me as if UMichigan Flint has definitely learned to, just as I say that, wow, getting the Yone ult in, doing a lot of burst damage there, and there, he has to back off though, as it's too close to tower, not able to find out the kill here. Just like that, bot lane on the side of UMichigan Flint getting St. Clair College pushed up all the way on tower, and that frees up enough space and enough time for UMichigan Flint to go for the first Drake here, which is Hex Drake, which is a big first one. You know, it's more attack speed and I think ability cooldown too. It's
ability
speedy.
Haste and attack speed. And looking at St. Clair's comp, we have Yone, who enjoys attack speed, Ezreal, who doesn't really enjoy attack speed, but he uses it, and Graves, who doesn't use attack speed because it just changes the way that his character plays. A little bit, but it does. So that's actually really important for St. Clair, right?
Because they lost it, so it's a big take by UMichigan Flint, you know.
Wait, what? They lost it?
Yeah, they lost it. That was UMichigan Flint taking it here.
I'm blind.
So, yeah, that's a massive lead for UMichigan Flint here. And for their champs, they're just going to... Any buff is a good buff here in the early game.
Double chains.
Getting a big double chain here, engage, going in. And just as I say that, Yone's going in, but with all that healing, he's not going to find very much to deal with here. Gets the knock up there on the Aatrox, but has to back off anyways. And looks like the first time Aatrox in the lead here on the CS.
Yes, Aatrox came back with that CS. He does have his serrated Dirk, which means his damage is augmented. That resistance just deleted. The first Herald being taken here by St. Clair College, so we're going to see that getting some plates, most likely in the bot lane.
Yeah, huge take. The first one, like you said in the last game, makes a big difference here. And just like that, uncontested, just like the Dragon is uncontested. So that's good. You don't want to lose both.
They're playing very conservative for their lives, right? They don't want to die, and we saw that in the early game. Nobody died. I mean, there's still no deaths.
Yeah,
why are there no deaths?
UMichigan Flint, I think, learned a lot from the last game. The last game, they got a lot of kills in the early game, and then they kept trying to push that advantage, that little advantage they had. And then they started overextending, and St. Clair managed to just keep finding picks and picks and picks till it was 9 versus 31 eliminations there. So,
yeah, what we're seeing on Michigan's side is they said, okay, you know what? When we play aggressive, we get cocky or we make mistakes. So let's play passive. Let's say, you know what? We're gonna let you make the mistakes, St. Clair. You make the mistakes, and I'm gonna capitalize on it.
Just play the objectives.
Just like that, burning Ezreal's flash.
That might have been an arcane.
No,
shift.
no, that's the flash.
Right,
that was the flashy flash. not the other flash. The one that's with the long cooldown.
Aatrox does get the recall here, so maybe the Yone can push up his wave finally, as he's just walking back from getting an item. And things are back into a pretty neutral state. All the lanes very even, and on the Varsity side, we're just getting started as well. Minions have not even come out yet.
Yes, we're looking. We are looking very interesting in this team comp. We have a Lilia in the jungle on the side of the Universite du Quebec des Trois Rivieres, along with a Gnar, an Orianna. Again, we're seeing a lot of Oriannas today. We're seeing an Ezreal ADC, and who is that in this?
It's a Rakan.
It's a Rakan. Ooh, okay. Now Rakan is an interesting champion to play with.
And it looks like the side of St. Clair, they managed to take the Xayah from the Rakan there. And
yep, that is a buff he is not getting.
On support, Silas mid, and Lisa in jungle. And I think that's a
Yasuo top. Yeah.
And wow,
okay.
look at that. First blood is finally taken here on the side of the Academy game. New Michigan Flint managed to take one out with the Rammus, and it looks like you can find another quick kill here, but they might be overextended here. Looks like they might get killed out themselves. Yep, there's the Graves finding one, finds two, and the Vars takes one back. Now they just need to clean up the last one, and that is 3 kills for the side of St. Clair, winning them that little engagement there. But they are very, very low health.
2 to 3, they are pushing that wave, and that's a lot of CS that's going to be lost on the side of New Michigan. Yeah, New Michigan. And along with that, oh, we got to fight in the top lane. Yone ult coming out. Chains of Corruption. Not quite connecting due to Yone's soul thingy. I hate it when he does that. Every time I play against the Yone, he just unbounds the soul, and it's like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm just going to poke you now. And then whenever you try and fight back, now that's a problem.
Definitely, and on the Varsity side, we see a little bit of an early engage there from the Silas, but this gets pushed out by the Orianna there. And on the top line, the Yasuo having a great wave push, and so is the bot lane on the side of St. Clair. They are playing amazingly in their
lots of wave clear here. The Gnar is being forced in.
Rift comes out on the right there. On the
okay,
Rift. One slam.
That is very interesting. The Rift going to the mid lane instead of the bot lane, which means the plates are all heading to the Orianna. So that means that you're going to see a lot of magic damage coming out. Another little fight in the bot lane here on the Varus, who is overextended and gets picked off by the Ezreal, meaning that that's a lot more gold in the ADC's inventory. And
they're taking their first Drake.
Yep.
Second Drake here seems to be Chemtech Drake, which is another very powerful new Drake that they've added in recent time. And the Graves taking that one, and just overall playing very, very well in the objective. As soon as that first couple of kills started happening, now, you know,
Mountain Drake Soul coming out. Yeah, now that's going to be interesting, because Mountain Drake gives resistances. Something that our spinny boy Rammus loves. Rammus being one of the only champions that can get over 1,000 armor, right?
Oh.
So, 1,000 armor into a Yone, into, ooh, wait.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of an engage top, but doesn't manage to find the knockup, so I don't think much is going to happen from that. But that Aatrox goes in for some reason, gets knocked up, and I think he's just going to get the poke in and poke out, but great wave control all around.
Yeah, most
here we are in the Varsity game. Looking both ways. Looks pretty even.
Looks pretty even. Xayah has a small CS lead, but nothing too significant. Yasuo is just he's pushing those waves. He's just trying to get the Gnar away from the waves so that Gnar can't capitalize on his form. You see, Gnar had to use his potion already due to the poke. We have a big fight in the bot lane. Rockon with a knock-up, going on to the Leona. Silas hopping onto the Orianna, but not quite going. You can see Silas is pretty darn low right now. Doran's shield, he probably has revitalized in his runes, just trying to stay alive. Yasuo dashing through his minions, getting some poke on the Gnar. Gnar has form ready though, so Yasuo's got to watch out here. That stun's going to be coming out really soon. Stun misses, so Yasuo's just going to fall back. Oh no, he's going for the fight.
Oh,
Gnar still has form here.
Movement here. And Gnar looking to fall here. Just like that, so close, but a little bit of an Ignite situation there. Didn't bring it this time, just TP flash.
Yeah, well, Ignite is a strong, it's a strong summoner spell, and it most definitely gets you kills. But at this level,
look at this engage here,
Silas.
mid. Silas might find a pick there, and just like that, escapes with a hair of health. But Ricky Lafleur going on the backside, managing to close out the Gnar kill. What a skillful play there.
Most definitely, both flashes being used at that fight in the top lane, along with Silas here TPing. His TP's on the cooldown. I'm seeing 2 TPs. So, and as I was saying a little bit, top lane, the Ignite is such a strong sum because they're duels.
Yeah, the first Drake, Ocean Drake, is coming out here. Sorry to interrupt your thought there, but it looks like it's pretty uncontested on the side of Trois Rivieres. Looks like St. Clair's going to get the first Ocean Drake pretty easily. And just like that, St. Clair Academy also going to take the bottom tower pretty easily. As, can't quite see it, but it looks like Michigan going for the rift, but managed to not take it as they had to back there. Lost the team fight. And St. Clair College against Michigan playing very,
there's a
very
pick.
well.
Silas gets Oriana in the mid lane for
Varsity side.
For the varsity side, yeah. That's going to be interesting. See, Silas is a champion that does
a fight going on there, and just like that,
Ezreal assassinates, and then we got a fight in the top lane. Well, is that even considered a fight? That's more like poke under tower. I think that's poke under tower.
we got a fight on the left side as well. Looks like Rakan, if he could find a knock up there, would find the kill, but I'm able to find it. And Yasuo going in on this Gnar once again. Gonna find another pick, it looks like, but not able to close it out. And there we are, back in the varsity game. Looks like they're gonna get one slam with the Rift Herald, and they're looking for 2 mid, which I think they might, or the Academy.
No, they're gonna kill it. Poor little Shelly's gonna die. Oh no.
But that was a great slam. They only have one more tower
needed
in
that
the mid
tower.
lane, and with how well they're playing, this could be it.
They are playing very cleanly right now. They have the lead. Now they're trying to snowball it, and you can see it in the gold difference. 27,000 gold to 31,000 gold. That's a lot. They're looking for a tower dive.
Mid, top, and jungle all coming together. Take out the scary Aatrox. Under tower as well. They just want him gone, so they can maybe start taking top tower. And he has a shred of health, and Oriana manages to close it out, and that is a top tower taken. And with this lead, it is not looking good for Michigan Flint.
No, it is not. Those towers are no longer protecting their side of the rift. That means that Vision can push up. That means that St. Clair can push up into the into their jungle, steal their camps, do a whole bunch of other things, and just completely impede their gameplay here, right? You're going to see Graves, who's a very aggressive jungler, trying to take the camps from Rammus. Rammus being a very late game-centered champion. Here, you can see he's got his Even Shroud and he's got his Steel Caps, which, yeah, it's good armor reduction, along with Warden Mail, right? Which anti-heal is relatively useful here. Not too much healing, but there's a fight here.
Walked in the wrong jungle at the wrong time, and the Varus cleans up.
Yep, that is the nightmare of a support. You walk into a bush, you see 3 people.
Both teams gearing up for a massive fight here over second Drake here. Manages to get taken out, and there, LeBlanc goes in, manages to find the Ezreal, and just like that, they're engaging the Graves there, but he managed to get out, and just like that, they managed to take out the Varus, and now both ADCs are down here. The Aatrox is cleaning up.
No!
Wow, taking out the backline there, and Yone tries to go and tries to find something. They managed to wipe everything else out but the Aatrox. Yone trying to survive here. Graves coming in for the support. He misses the R, and just like that, the Aatrox can probably take out the Yone here.
Passive proc takes out Yone.
Graves might be able to find this last pick here, and it's just him and the Rammus. The Rammus has to back out, only a shred of health, and that might be guaranteed to Drake on the side of St. Clair College.
Rammus
but it's going to be tough.
Flash or ult, so I don't know how he's going to get over that wall. I don't know if he can steal that. So I think that's just going to go straight to St. Clair, but a great fight over there in the river, though. Very, very big assassination on that Ezreal by LeBlanc. She knew her job. See EDC, make EDC disappear. The EDC disappeared. We have a fight, though, down in the bot lane over here. God. Xayah getting the first kill on Rakan. Ezreal replying, taking out the Xayah. And then we are, now we're in the top side. We got a Yasuo ulting and no deaths. Nothing.
Things happening both top side and bottom side, so it's very, very crazy. And for Academy, we did see them take the Mountain Drake there, so that's a big bonus. They have 2 dragons here. And St. Clair on the Varsity side playing very, very well. A 6-kill lead. Rift is walking down top. They have a dragon. They have the gold lead. It's not looking great if you're Trois Rivieres.
No, Trois Rivieres is having a very bad time right now. They can come back, but again, this is League of Legends. Comebacks are hard. Although, if we're looking at the gold, it's a 5K gold lead here.
Yeah,
it's recoverable.
It's recoverable, but that is a pretty massive lead here. How early we are into the game, only 10 minutes in.
Yeah, make that 6K.
Yeah, there we are. The Silas coming down to the bot lane here, looking for a gank. He has, I think that's Rakan ults. That's a
that's Rakan. So that's 2 charms he can just going in, activating the Rakan ult, getting the charm onto Rakan, going for Ezreal, doesn't quite get the charm, uses the chains, not connecting.
His team
We
is
got
coming
a
in.
fight. Oh, Lee Sin with the kick, getting the kill. Leona ulting onto the... who was that? I think that was the Israel.
That was the Rakan. They got
That
the
was,
Ezreal.
oh, the
and then
Rakan
they
was the
got
one running
Rakan.
away.
All the bot lane decimated. So that is great. And Dragon already up. So that might be the second Dragon here. Hex Tech Drake, like we said. Very powerful Drake on the way here. It looks like we got a little bit of an engagement mid. And it looks like they're stealing the red buff as well as their Lilia tries to steal our red buff. But St. Clair able to drive them out with their top laner. Just on point.
Yeah, well, this Yasuo is 2-0, and I know most people talk about the Yasuo's 0-10 power spike, but Yasuo 2-0
another
is even
engage
more
here
scary.
happening in the bottom jungle here of Trois Rivieres, and St. Clair College managed to almost get a kill. That's probably going to have to be a back, but there's a third party here. All three chasing down the two here, pushing them back to Dragon here, but not much funds of it there. And just like that, in Academy, we're already starting Baron here, St. Clair College, with a significant lead, just pushing them off. At 21 minutes, this is an early one, indeed.
Yep.
And they go for a massive team fight here. And it looks like Rammus managed to find one, but can't find a kill there.
Away, ignoring
and
Graves'
the
damage.
Graves just keeping them at a really good range right now. He ults and finds the pick, but unable to close that out on the Varus. Very
No.
close.
Oh! LeBlanc! Where did Israel go? He just vanished!
It gets taken out there, and they take the blue buff there. It looks like Michigan just has to back all the way here, leaving St. Clair College open to
For a
take
free Baron.
the free
That's
Baron.
gonna be,
Yeah.
oof, that's gonna be rough. It's 12-12.
They're up 5
But-
towers, I must say. We have to be realistic about this. It's going to be a tough climb back.
Yeah, that gold difference is nothing to scoff at, because towers are worth gold, plates are worth gold, CS is worth gold, and when you have a gold difference that big, it's hard to come
Looks like
back.
they're not going to take Baron here. Looks
What?
like they backed off of it. They might not have the amount of health that they're comfortable taking, as, you know, Michigan Flint could steal. You know, they don't even want to put them in a position to be able to steal Baron. So
That is true. That is true. A wise decision. Most
it
definitely
looks like-
something I would not have done due to the fact that I don't play well. Yeah, here Nautilus just clearing out the vision. Kind of wait, unless he's trying to. Is
they might want to take Baron.
Michigan is looking to take Baron? Interesting. Well, I mean, St.
teams.
Clair just getting themselves into position here. I think they're trying to. Yeah, they're just clearing vision. They are either baiting Baron and want to fight.
I think they're going
Or,
for a
oh
fight here in
god,
the
Grave,
jungle.
that is not the wall you want to dash over. There are 4 people waiting for you, but he...
Graves taking out a lot of damage. He has to back out, though. Ezreal finds one, and the rest are so low that Ezreal just misses. But the Graves flashes in, finds one, finds two, and the Yone also goes in there to clean up, get a lot of damage, and they're going to manage to take out the Rammus as well. That's an ace for the team, and St. Clair College is finally free to take the Baron that they've been wanting to take
What
for
did
so
I
long.
just see? Graves dashes over the wall, 4 people staring at him, and he says, oh yeah, no, this is actually fine. Stays there for a solid 5 seconds, and doesn't die?
And they're taking in him already, even without the Baron. Looks like this is going to be a very, very good time for St. Clair. It's going to be tough to come back from this. You're down 6 towers, you're down a Drag, you're down a Baron. It's not looking good. You're down gold by a significant amount, by 10k gold.
And may I bring your attention to Yone's build, along with Graves. We have a Kraken Hullbreaker build. This is a build that is infamously known for being terrifying in the top lane, because Yone is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
when
and here
he's
we are,
tanking.
full screened on the Varsity game. Another overwhelming match from St. Clair. It's a 1-11 kills here, and they
That
already took
is-
tower. They've taken both Drakes, and they're up 10k gold as well.
Yeah, that is not a lead that is easy to break on the side of Trois Rivieres. Trois Rivieres here, their goal here is to hold, right? They have a pretty scaly team. Lilia has some pretty high AP ratios. So does Orianna. Orianna is terrifying in the late game. The problem that I'm seeing here, or the synergy at least, that I'm seeing here, that's not happening. Rockon has a great ult. Mainly, it's a very short one, but it's good because it gets everybody heading towards your team.
St. Clair takes Baron, another Baron as well. They've been taking every single objective, and it's a little bit more of a closer game here on the Academy side,
yeah.
I would say on the kills, but on every other objective, they're just completely dominating on the St. Clair side. There's the Ezreal ult. just going for a little bit of a snipe here. And it looks like there's a big team fight happening here in the bot lane. And just like that, Aatrox finds one. And Michigan Flint needs to find a kill here, but Ezreal finding one. It's a massive team fight here. And Yona gonna find another, and he's very deep in there, past the tower all the way to mid. And it looks like that was the game-winning team fight. Taking them, look at those towers fall one by one. The Nexus is open. St. Clair College just being overwhelming in their force, keeping them in their spawn here. It's just an overwhelming victory for St. Clair. What a game, and that is it. They are taking their 2-game lead. They're taking it all home. And let's go back to our varsity game where we're also have an overwhelming lead. We're seeing the Rift Herald probably going to get a slam on the inhib.
Silas with a Gnar ult. Now that you got to watch out for, because an Gnar ult can most definitely destroy an entire team. And wait,
they got top inhib already.
That's
17 minutes in.
That is so much pressure at 17 minutes. Are you supposed to wait until 20? I mean, they're probably just getting impatient.
You're just, hey, if you can take the inhib, you're going to take it.
That's true. That on the plus side, for Universite 12, that is more gold, right? Super minions are worth 90 gold each. That's a lot more income heading to you. If you have your ADC farm that means that you're going to be able to build up a gold lead, right? Come back from a gold lead.
With a nearly 13k gold deficit going on right now, I don't think any amount of super minions can patch that up unless you start going for the objectives. Like this Mountain Drake here, you don't want to be in the position where you're going to lose soul. As Ricky Lafleur was on bot lane, can now freely go bot lane here. And Sephiroth misses the hook here. You're going to have to back off. Looks like he stole ult though, so it should be an interesting match.
Yes, yes. Looking at the build for the Yasuo here, we have a Triforce Yasuo. Now, that's something I have not seen.
Again,
interesting build.
Does he engage? Gonna back out though as he sees his teammate is there. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, I mean, oh god, he does go in, but that's the Silas instead, going straight for the Rockon, and well, Leona gets the kill. It'll do.
Spread the love, you know, when you're this far in the lead. Who gets the kill seems to matter less and less and less as they take the mid tower. For Trois, Rivieres, you're gonna have to find something and quick, but there's no Baron up, there's no Dragon up, there's not much you can do to try and flip the script here.
And even if those objectives are up,
wow, they're flashing over the wall just to keep the aggression up. We're gonna have a little bit of loading here. You know, just keep the tension high, and here we are back in the team fight. And wow, look at this happen. The Lily gets a sleep though, and gets the shutdown on the Silas, and Ricky gonna fall as well, I think. Yep, he gets taken out by the Rakan, and Rockboom gonna flash in and try and find a pick. Doesn't want to let them get away with it for free. He finds a Xayah, and just like that, it's looking like Saint advantage again, but they're all very, very low.
Yes,
if Trois Rivieres goes in, they might be able to close this game out.
They're poking him. Here, they're playing with fire. St. Clair is playing with fire. They know they have shutdowns. They know that they could push the inhibitor, but yeah, there they go.
Yeah, Super Minion, though, on the top side, already slamming into the first couple Nexus towers here. And that is, well...
Oh.
That happened last time,
right.
So it's, you know, it's game day.
Yep.
We're trying to...
We're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I think it's hard to recover. It's a quick 2-0. They won that game, as you could see. So,
most
it's unfortunate.
Probably,
You can't capture everything. We can't get it back. Saints won. You know, we are working on a delay.
We're 3
that
seconds.
delay gets cut off a little too early. We can't see it, but
yeah.
Great matches all around. I think that was a 2-0 from both our league teams. Our Academy Overwatch team did not close it out.
No, but they did
our
their
varsity
best.
team played well. So, you know, can't win them all, but we won most of them, which is what matters here. So, thank you everyone at home for joining us here today. Thank you very much, Gabriel, for joining us.
It was great.
Sorry, it didn't wrap up in the most exciting way, but you know, it was the most unexpected way.
Yeah, I know, it was fun, honestly.
Surprises all around, good and bad. But thank you everybody in the back, Daniil, Amanda, Mr. Danners, and all of our observers. Wouldn't happen without them. And thank you very much everyone at home. We'll be back with more streams tomorrow. So join us then.